So I wanted to expand on a video I did earlier where I talked about maybe if you want to get into construction, maybe you should learn how to go do a trade as opposed to going and sitting in a classroom and learning about construction. Now, if you choose to go the degree route, that's great. But some people, this school wasn't for everybody. School wasn't for me. I don't have a degree, but I got into construction. I think I'm doing pretty well right now. And so maybe you're like me. Maybe school just isn't your path. So if you want to go to school, that's fantastic. That's great. But I think it might be better for a majority of people if you go the trade route. Now, what I wanted to build on is I mentioned that if you get into a trade or you learn how to do a trade as opposed to going to school first, not only are you going to learn the respective trade that you're actually learning to build or to do out in the field, you're going to learn how the other trades coincide with what it is that you're doing. So for an example, I started out doing masonry. I started out estimating masonry. And in doing that, I learned how steel will work with masonry. I learned how rough carpentry will coincide with masonry. I learned how concrete will work with your stems and the slabs and all those things like that. So not only are you learning how to build your trade, you're going to learn how everything else that will affect your trade goes along with it, if that makes sense. Another thing is you're also just going to learn how to communicate. You're going to learn how to talk about your trade, but you're also going to learn how to talk to other trades, building on the point that I just made previously, that to get questions answered. And once you get into estimating, or if you go the project manager route, you're going to have to ask a lot of questions. Nobody knows everything, but communication and relationships is key. And you're able to build those things while learning a trade, getting out in the field, meeting superintendents, meeting the other trades, yada, 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 so on and so forth. And the third thing, which I think is probably one of the most important, is once you learn how to do a trade, maybe you don't even, maybe you want to go and learn it for a little while and get pretty decent at it. Maybe you don't want to serve the corporate overlords and go sit at a desk all day and work inside a stuffy office, because that can drive a lot of people crazy. Maybe you want to start your own business. And once you start your own business, you can make some serious money. So that's just my take.